Hey yo, what is up guys, this is John here with Chapter 3, the Genin exams of what if Naruto. Here are part 3s of what if Naruto was the wind god, OP Naruto, Naruto X female Femme Kurama. Okay, yeah, this is Chapter 3, Genin exams. Naruto's apartment. It's finally the day of the Genin exams as Naruto wakes up in his comfy apartment. It was a pretty well equipped apartment. Naruto remembered when he first got here. Everything was old, dirty, and barely usable. He went over the money the old man gave him for the week and decided to make a list of what he would buy, he would need, and how much he could save each week to buy new furniture with the help of Natsuki. They were surprised the first time Naruto tried to buy groceries at a nearby store. The shopkeeper gave Naruto a scowl and tripled the price when the time to pay came. Naruto didn't think much of it, except for the fact that he would need to save money for a long time before he could afford new things for his apartment that were not of great priority. Of course, Natsuki knew better than the gullible young boy and explained to him that the shops were ripping him off. With the vixen's advice, he went to the old man and asked why the prices were doubled or tripled for him. Needless to say, though, the old man was pissed and went himself with the boy to each store he would need to buy things from in the future, and discreetly threaten each store with the closure of their business and removal of their license in Konoha should they try again to rip off the young boy. Needless to say, life went a lot better for Naruto after that event. He finally got out of his bed and started his morning ritual. After that, he changed clothes and put on his ninja gears. His shinobi gears consisted of white Ambu-style pants, a white long-sleeve shirt with a black Jonin-style protection vest, black fingerless gloves, and finally black shinobi boots. "Are you awake now, Chan?" asked the 12 years old teenager. "Yes, Naruto, I am." "So are you excited? It is finally the day you become a shinobi," replied the vixen in his mind. "You bet I am. What level of skill do you think I should show during the exams?" Naruto said. If we look at this considering who would be in your team after the exams, I think you need to take the spot of rookie of the year, she answered. "What do you mean? Can you predict who will be my teammates if I graduate with the best scores in today's exam?" he asked, a little confused. "Yes, remember when we learned about previous exams to prepare you for today, and how Konoha tends to team up the rookie of the year with the top Konoichi of the class, and then with the student scoring the lowest score?" to Natsuki. "Yes, you're right. This way I won't have to be with that temp. Looking at everyone's previous grades, I say Hinata or Sakura would be top Konoichi, while Kiba or Shikamaru would be the lowest student who passed," analyzed Naruto. "Yes, that is correct. You can't stand that spoiled brat with the god complex. And you know that I hate his guts too, so there's really no point to keep on hiding your skills at this point," she added. "Furthermore, you should limit your exposure to tuning skill level as to not be too suspicious. While rare, that kind of skill is impossible to reach for an academy student in his last year," she said, to reply to his question. "That makes sense. I will hide my more powerful techniques for later, then." "Thanks, Nachan," he finished their conversation. With that, he left his apartment, locked the door, and then use sunscreen to get to the academy's roof. Konoha Academy. A small poof was heard on top of the academy's roof, and Naruto slowly made his way into the classroom for what he swore would be his last day in this building. Upon entering his classroom, he saw that he was the last to arrive. His class was composed of most of Konoha's future clan heads. Aburame Shino. Yeah? Okay, sorry. Aburame Shino, heir to the Aburame clan, and a guy Naruto never talked to up to this day. Akamichi Choji, heir to the Akamichi clan. He meant clan. He didn't mean can. Clan, and someone Naruto never saw without some food. Hyuga Hinata, heirs to the Hyuga clan, and a girl Naruto never saw finish a sentence without a stutter. Inazuka Kiba, heir to the Inazuka clan, and someone who always liked to pick a fight with Uchiha. Some kind of alpha male thing he remembers Natsuki explaining to him. Nara Shikamaru, heir to the Nara clan, and laziest person Naruto ever met. Uchiha Sasuke, heir to the... I did! Really? I'm serious. I'm not serious. I put this away. Inazuka Kiba, heir to the Inazuka clan, and someone who always liked to pick a fight with the Uchiha, some kind of alpha male thing. As he remembered, Natsuki explained to him. Nara Shikamaru, heir to the Naruto clan, and laziest person Naruto ever met. Uchiha Sasuke, heir to the Uchiha clan, even though said clan was in fact only him, as the rest died in an obscure accident years ago. Uchiha had to be the most arrogant person Naruto ever met. And even though he had some skills, he thought of himself being God's gift to the shinobi nations. Yamanaka Ino, heirs to the Yamanaka clan, and the most superficial girl in the class. The rest of the students were from civilian families, and only one or two had the skill to become a true ninja. Haruno Sakura being one of them, if she's ever decided to get her head out of the Uchiha's butt. The Chunin instructors Yumino Aruka and his assistant Mizuki entered the classroom and described what the test would be about. The first part was a written exam. Naruto knew all the answers and calmly filled his exam paper with the good answers. He finished the test in half an hour and waited patiently for the rest of the time. The second part was about weapon accuracy. Students had to throw 10 kunai and after that 10 shuriken at different targets placed on the practice field. The students were called in alphabetical order. Shino scored 7 on the kunai exam and 7 on the shuriken exam. Choji scored 7 on the kunai exam and 6 on the shuriken exam. Hinata scored 9 on the kunai exam and 9 on the shuriken exam. Excellent, Hinata said Aruka with pride, while the girl just blushed and discreetly took her place back in the crowd. Kiba scored 5 on the kunai exam and 5 on the shuriken exam. He left the launching spot with a scowl on his face. Shikamaru Naruto scored 5 on the kunai exam and 6 on the shuriken exam. Sasuke scored 10 on the kunai exam and 9 on the shuriken exam. He had a scowl on his face as the last shuriken throw didn't have enough strength to stay embedded in the target. He left a smile with a smirk on his face. Looking at the next contestant. Beat that, Dobie, he said as he left the place. He went to his spot with a bored expression on his face. He analyzed the distance of each target in his mind and prepared to launch his weapons. High-speed penetration power, straight path to the target, air resistance decreased by a factor 3. Small layer of wind chakra applied to each kunai he thought in his mind before launching all 10 kunai at the same time. The crowd went silent as each kunai hit in the center and embedded itself deeply inside with such strength that the support holding back each target went a few inches backward. Haruka's eyes widened at the sight, and Sasuke's smirk instantly disappeared, and he said, "Lucky shot, Dobie." While he mentally fumed at what just happened in front of him, Naruto took the insult silently and prepared himself for the next part of the exam with a smirk. Low speed penetration power, curved path to the target, air resistance decreased by a factor of 2, medium-sized layer of wind chakra applied to each shuriken, he thought in his mind. This time, he launched each shuriken one at a time, with very large movements from his throwing arm. Each shuriken a different curving path to hit every target dead in the center once again. Everyone's jaw dropped to the ground, including the instructors. Naruto left the spot, saying to no one in particular, he said, "Man, I'm so lucky today. Wonder what's going on." With a grin on his face. He said with a grin on his face. "Very good, Naruto. You must be very lucky today," announced Ruka before initiating the next part of the exams. "Now, it's time to assess your taijutsu level," continued the Chunin. Students were paired 2 by 2, and the matches went on for 3 minutes. Each time, and the students scoring the most points by hitting designated area of their opponent's body won. Every fight went on until the last 2 boys were called. Uchiha Sasuke versus Uzumaki Naruto, called Haruka. The Dobi will pay for the humiliation he put me through earlier," thought the black-haired teen. "Is it luck or not that I have to face the emo king here?" wondered the blonde. "Hajime!" called Haruka. Sasuke charged immediately at his opponent and launched a barrage of punches and kicks. Naruto simply danced around his opponent, making good use of the excellent footwork he developed for the Kitsune Taijutsu style. The fight went on like this for 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the Uchiha quit tired from his attempts to hit the blonde. Tried to bait him into charging. "Don't know what kind of style you were using, Dobi, but the one who invented it must be pretty stupid to use a style where you don't even have an offensive attack," he said with a smirk. "Am I supposed to charge at him with everything I have while yelling to defend my master's honor? What an idiotic taunt," thought the blonde before a grin made its way on his face. "I'll give him what he wants then. Futon, Kazu no Yuri," thought Naruto, charging wind chakra into his body before disappearing from his original position, leaving several after images in his path. Using his own family stance, Sasuke blocked the strike, or he thought he did, as an after image charged right through him and lowered his guard. Then a real Naruto followed after that and delivered a powerful hit into his opponent's solar plexus, effectively cutting the air circulation in Sasuke's body. The black-haired boy fell to the ground silently, already unconscious before touching the ground. Uruka woke up from his stupor and announced the winner. Shoisa Uzumaki Naruto by KO in 2 minutes and 35 seconds earns maximum points. Before he took the Uchiha's body over his shoulder to proceed to the infirmary. The exam took a short recess for everyone to go eat, and then they resumed after that. "The last part of this year's exam is ninjutsu proficiency," he told his students. The exam went without a problem for Naruto, as he already learned all the techniques that the instructors asked him to perform to pass the exam. He took his head back as he left the room. He noticed the scowl on Mizuki's face. He left it in a corner of his mind and proceeded to the exit. When the last part was over, every student returned to his desk. Every student returned to their desk, and Naruto congratulated the new Genins while he gave some words of encouragement to those who failed. Now is the time to announce the scores for the spot rookie and Kunoichi of the year. He would not announce the student. He would not announce the student who passed with the lowest grade, as it was not something to really be proud of. Nor did he say the sad student really needed a public humiliation. For spot of Kunoichi of the year, Hyuga Hinata, he said with pride. The girl blushed, but she could stand up and bow to her teacher before sitting back. Now for this year's top student and rookie of the year, Uzumaki Naruto, he said again with pride in his voice. Before Naruto could move, Sasuke stood up from his desk. What? This is not possible. How can this clanless fool be higher than me, Uchiha? I demand you change the ranking and give me the title of Rookie of the Year, he said with rage. Before Ruka could put the arrogant fool in his place, Naruto stood up. Dude, you're seriously messed up. Did the beating earlier give you amnesia or something? I scored higher than you. And weapon accuracy?
What are you talking about? What are you doing, bozo?
Okay, hold on. Where was I again before my brother interrupted me? Yeah, but he did it in a nice way. Nice fashion. Okay. And weapon accuracy, obviously in taijutsu, our written exam results should be pretty close, and ninjutsu proficiency is the same too, since I doubt any of us failed any of those jutsu, said the blonde. As Sasuke went to reply again with a scowl on his face, Naruto cut him by saying, well, I feel generous today, and I'll humor you. How about a Spartan set in stone who the rookie of this year? No move restriction, only rule is to not kill. How's that sound? Fine by me, Dobie, replied Sasuke. Iruka-sensei? Asked Naruto. Are you sure, Naruto? Replied the Chunin to receive a nod from his student. Alright, you got 3 minutes, not 1 second more. And Hajime, he said with a sigh. Sasuke immediately fell into a combat stance and launched 2 shuriken in Naruto's direction. Wow, talk about non-lethal moves, thought the blonde as he easily sidestepped the incoming weapons. Sasuke used the weapons as a distraction to immediately attack Naruto in the taijutsu opposition. Yeah, opposition. The fight went on again like earlier, with the occasional kunai shuriken thrown by the Avenger, until he once again lost his patience and started to do hand signs. Katan, Gogaikyu no Jutsu, he said as he exploded a huge fireball in Naruto's direction. Iruka was about to interfere to save Naruto when said blonde lifted his hand in Iruka's direction, telling him to stand down. The Chunin complied, fear in his eyes. Not too flashy, but still enough to put him in his place, he thought for a second before preparing his counter. Oxygen concentration decreased by 100%. In a small radius field, and wind ladder speed reduced by 100%. In a medium radius field for 10 seconds, he thought, as he expelled his chakra into a field around him just small enough to cover his body from the rotation of Sasuke's jutsu. As the wind around him instantly stopped, the fireball continued its course in Naruto's direction. As it reached its target, it simply dispelled itself into emptiness. This left the entire assembly wide-eyed, as Naruto said, Was that supposed to do something? The next moment, he was already behind a shocked Sasuke and delivered a powerful chop to his opponent's neck, effectively taking him out. Winner Uzumaki Naruto, said Haruka as he called the fight. Don't don't forget to come back tomorrow for team placements. He finished. Well, let's get back to Nachan. I'm finally a Genin, he said to his tenant as he left the field. Chapter 4, Truth and Love. Naruto's apartment. It was the night right after the Genin exams, and Naruto was about to go to bed. He thought about everything that had changed for him today. He was now a Genin of Konoha, and protector of the will of fire, and an adult in the eyes of the rest of the world. This last revelation made him wonder how tonight's conversation would go with Natsuki. Thinking about the vixen made him smile. Not the fake smile he usually displayed to everyone in Konoha. No, this was a true smile of happiness. The two shared a very, very friendly relationship. Natsuki was the only one who knew the real Naruto, and since the night of the accident, they shared a telepathic link that allowed them to communicate with each other through Naruto's mind. Naruto always shared everything he had with Natsuki. Well, almost everything. There was one thing that he had hidden from her, a thing that he wanted to reveal to her when he felt the time was right. Tonight would be the time for him to tell her how he truly feels about her. Tonight, Naruto would confess his love to the woman who stole his heart from the moment he understood what love is. That the thought that she could reject him terrified the young boy, blonde, but Natsuki always taught him to face his problems head on and to never let fear stop him from moving on with his hardships. With those thoughts in mind, he decided to call it a night and join Natsuki in the mindscape for what would be the most important conversation they had had together in all his life. He slowly closed his eyes and relaxed his mind, letting sleep take over him. Mindscape. Naruto drifted into his mindscape and made his way to Natsuki's location. The mindscape had changed drastically since the first time he was there. Now, instead of the chaotic desolated sewers, he stood in a beautiful clearing with an average-sized house in the center. He made his way inside the house to find Natsuki asleep in the couch of the living room. She wore an additional necklace that she didn't have during their first encounter. It was a beautiful silver necklace with a red ruby stone in the center. In the center, on the stone could be read the kanji for seal, engraved in gold characters in it. He took a few steps forward to join her and began to slowly caress her hair. His action slowly woke her up with a smile on her face. "Na-chan, wake up," he said slowly as he continued to run his hand through her hair. "Naruto, you're here, so how does it feel to take the first step towards your dream?" she asked as she opened her eyes. "Feels great, Na-chan. Today when I left the academy building, it felt like I could take on the world with nothing was impossible for me," he answered with lots of determination in his voice. "I'm so proud of you. I'm sure that one day you will be the light of Konoha. Everyone will see you for the great and kind soul you are, as I do," she said to him. "It's all thanks to you, Na-chan. I don't know where I would be today without you with me. Most likely I would still be wandering the streets aimlessly or worse," he said with emotion. "I came to tell you something tonight. Please let me finish before you reply. It is very important to me," he pleaded as she gave him a nod to continue. I don't know where to start, so I'll just say it from my heart. Na-chan, I love you. I've been in love with you for a long time now, and I just wanted for you to know you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, and I feel safe to talk about anything with you without a fear. I know that I am far from the best you could have as a boyfriend, but I promise you to always be there for. I promise to always be there for you and protect you with all my might until the end of time, he said to her, looking straight into her eyes. I want you to know that I'll find a way to get you out of the seal, that I promise, even if you don't like me back. I will honor this oath I make to you, he finished, and then looked to the ground nervously. If only she knew, if only you knew, she thought with tears in her eyes. Before I give you my answer, I want you to listen to me as I listen to you. And do not interrupt me until I am done, okay? She asked him, to which she also gave her a nod of acceptance. As you know, I told you I was sealed in you the day of your birth by the Yondaime after I lost control of myself and attacked Konoha due to one man we will talk about later. What you don't know is what are more... Bro! There's 63 chapters, but I kind of only read like 2 chapters every video. So like that's sometimes like 24.
You read mad slow. The video is probably like an hour long.
No. It's like 25, 24 minutes. And sometimes when I can't read the whole thing, like when it just stops, I just make if I was on chapter 4, I'd make a 4.5 or something like that.
Okay.
And then just go on.
How many subscribers you got?
26.
You get comments on your videos?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Are they nice?
Yeah. Well, there was this one comment in some language. I didn't even understand it. Chinese.
Just copy it and translate it to Google.
Oh.
And I used to again. I would have died. I would have died laughing.
Oh yeah, the curse was lifted and stuff.
Shut up.
There's no way. They really turned that whole... Well...
I'm not gonna talk. No, this bro. This he could eat this, bro. I honestly wish the series continued and Carlos never died. Will Cameron. What? I love the series.
His beard is gone.
Really?
Yep, it's gone. See?
I think there was even supposed to be more to the movie, but he died, so they just ended it at what it was.
You must choose, Mr. Bond.
If only he had a swing.
Or perish in the river below. What will it be, Mr. Bond?
You know?
You know the worst part of being a twin? When you're different genders? Your friends would say, like to the guy, you look like the female version of her. Or the male version of her. Like, and it's like this. Bro, you dead serious, bro? Like, I should now look on my BB and it's
Bro,
like,
Leandre.
What?
When they like your twin, but when they look at the dude, like when you're a female male twin, when they like your sister, but then they look at you.
Literally, that's mad. It's gonna be like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Like, and then when they look at the girl, they like, bro, They see the guy's
Like,
face
all
on
I
her
see is
face.
his face. Please, please.
I'm gonna cut it upside down. You deserve so much better.
Okay.
Let's see if we-
Or when you don't even act like your family, and then someone finally realizes you're twins, and then you try to deny the fact.
Yep. But it's like this, nah, bro. I checked your birth certificate. I know.
Wait, where did you get our
Like I
birth
went through your
certificate?
birth records. I broke into the hospital you were born at. I took everything.
Get this.
Touch my drum set, and I want to hear that dirty little mouth of his out of my face from a roundhouse grab.
Are you eating a cupcake with a spoon?
She wants to cut it and see the
You wanted to see the cream come out, didn't you?
When you guys try to destroy the world, this is an error in judgment. But this one must.
I'm done.
Quit yelling at me!
Yep.
Ah!
Like,
I look stuck like this cupcake.
hey, yo.
Like, what
No.
type of voodoo stuff is this? That ain't Hades. That's some DVDs.
Hey, yo. No.
Wish I could. But it's over.
Bro, say she tries to. Bro, say she actually.
One last time.
Nah, say she tried to hug Mal, but instead of Mal actually hugging her back, she punched her in the face
That's tough.
for almost making her kill thing. Wait, hold up. But the fire was supposed to knock her out. No, like fire from a dragon's mouth. I'm pretty sure that ain't supposed to knock you out. That's supposed to fry you.
Well,
But because of the staff,
I
I
think
guess.
she was way more powerful than Mal.
Yeah.
But Mal just got a singing love boost.
Like
And after
something
singing the song of friendship, she gained ultimate power.
like something about one power, something. Blah blah blah, all that singy song stuff with Uma. This whole movie was practically Mal and Uma gaining a friendship.
And then Hades being a good father.
Hey yo. No, okay. Wait, no, I actually thought she had it in her hand, not even gonna lie. Bro, say she can turn her fire blue now, purple now? No, I'm kidding. Hold up, doesn't her mom shoot green fire?
Yeah.
You know, I'm still confused on how this man married a person, a female that can turn into a dragon.
I'm still confused how a god is in prison by a princess. I mean, a prince. Like, how are you imprisoned by a prince?
Who?
Hades. If you're a god, how did they trick you? How did they trick you? With the power of Disney singing? Like, bro, it's like, I used to be a god. So how did you get tricked? Last time I checked, gods don't use magic. Like, gods just have that power. Like, it's just physical power.
They don't need something to make that power. Like, bruh, really?
No.
You need a whole gem to use fire?
I guess the gem.
Okay, yeah.
But
But
alone, they should be powerful.
like,
Like, Poseidon doesn't need a trident, but he uses a trident.
cause it helps him. Like,
But he doesn't need it.
like Zeus.
He uses a lightning bolt. But he can summon lightning, so he doesn't necessarily need one.
He doesn't need the lightning bolt, cause
He
he
just
can.
uses it to throw at you.
Like, now Hades, I don't know about. No, wait, I said Hades. What's his name again? What's that guy's name in the movie where Hades looks like a monster?
You need a dragon or something?
No, where like Hades looks like an actual evil person. He doesn't look like a human, but the kid looks like a human that Hades made a deal with or something.
You mean Percy Jackson?
No, not Percy Jackson at Hades.
Well, no. Percy Jackson is Hades' nephew.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, because Percy Jackson is the son of Poseidon. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades are all brothers.
Wow. Oh no! I'm talking about the
But
kid that's.
Hades is the oldest.
I'm
but
talking about the
Zeus
kid that's the son of Zeus.
Son of Zeus?
Yeah.
You see, that's a hard question to answer because Zeus. Oh, you mean Hercules?
Yeah, Hercules. Yeah.
Oh, but no, because you said
He's
son
like-
of Zeus. Zeus has had.
Hercules is his son, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Zeus has around 26 kids, all by a different woman.
Yeah.
who are
Except
all
for
mortal,
Thor and Loki.
who are all mortal.
Wait, Thor and Loki are brothers, right?
Thor and Loki are not his kids.
They aren't?
They're the sons of Odin.
Oh, right.
Thor's
Right.
the son of Odin. Loki is supposed to be from another race and was just adopted.
Oh, wait, what? He is?
That's what they say.
Oh, right. He can't use lightning
He was
and thunder. I thought it was just something that, like, happened.
Okay, pause it.
It's that song that says something about a good day. And stuff.
But you want this?
Yeah, Princey, you want the meaty chickeny bone? Bro, this man said taste it.
I don't know
Bro,
if he's good to eat bones, can he?
he is.
Oh.
Bro, oh!
What?